I have a nipple tweaker.
You hire people to
Yeah.
your nipple.
Yes.
Well, you can do that yourself.
No, because who do I like the most besides Ricky?
Besides Ricky. Besides who's cutting the check.
Gabrielle Union.
Oh, you think Gabby's gonna leave Dwayne?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
He cheated on her.
Wait,
abandoned her.
Dwayne cheated?
Around town like he the shit, but behind closed doors he be taking
When
that.
we first met.
We met years ago, bitch, with your liquor company.
Yeah, we ain't even gonna mention that company.
Oh, we won't talk about it?
Yeah, we not gonna talk about that company because it don't matter no more. I mean, I'm not getting no money off of it anymore. So
Well,
it
and
really
I'm glad I was
doesn't
one of
matter.
the spokespersons.
But I know, but you was my first spokesperson.
Yeah.
And then I came on and started doing some guest hosting with Dish Nation.
Yeah, honey.
And that's how we really clicked.
Yes, honey.
And became friends.
You became every woman.
Every woman. Okay.
Yeah.
So listen, Gary, you've been dishing the tea for a lot of years, okay? Almost 2 decades, and keeping us in the know. But today we're going to turn the tables on you, and we're going to start spilling the tea on you. So are you ready?
Ready? Okay. Yeah.
All right, so from calling into the radio station with the Ricky Smiley Morning Show and becoming now a host of your own, all right, did you know that your mouth was going to be your moneymaker?
You know what, Torrei, believe it or not, I didn't, but I knew, me and my friend Patsy, honey, Patsy Johnson, hi Patsy, when we were in high school, we used to say we wanted to be movie stars.
Right.
And we were going to live next door to each other in Hollywood, like you're doing now with whoever you live next door to. And we talked about it, though, Torrei, and it's funny how, it came to fruition. But how I started was, like you said, I started calling the radio station with Russ Parr.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to, I moved to Dallas.
Right.
From Port Arthur / Houston. And I would call the radio station. And I don't know what I was saying, girl, but I would just talk trash to Russ.
So you just was calling the radio station
just call
every single day, though?
Yeah, just call it.
Did you have it in your head, like, I'm going to call these radio stations and then I'm going to blow up?
No.
Okay,
No, because I moved to Dallas to go to school because I was going to school to be a nurse. My mom wanted me to be a nurse.
Okay.
So I was working in the medical field.
Right.
And I would just call the radio station and I would just talk to Russ. And whatever I said to Russ, honey, it just made him laugh, and he was just laughing and
Right.
whatever. So I just kept doing it. So when Russ would go out here in our freezers, when he would go out and do remotes, I would go and I would meet him.
Right.
And honey, Russ, oh my God, he would pay me good money. I was making $20. He would give me $20.
$20?
He would give me $20, bitch, and tickets to a concert.
Wait, $20 to do what?
That was his pay to me.
That was
just
good
for doing
money?
Well, yeah, to me it was, because you see, I was already working. I was working at the hospital, so I had a
Okay.
little check. But
Right.
the $20, it just supplemented it.
So did he pay you in cash?
Yeah, he would give me cash.
And he would just say, here you go.
Yeah, he'd
Gary.
give me $20 and stuff here and there, and tickets to the concert, and that was my pay.
Okay.
And I was very grateful for it, because hey, that was it.
Right.
So I did that for a while. So eventually, I told him, I said, well, Russ, I want to be on the station payroll. Mm-hmm. So he said, well, call them and ask them if they're hiring. So I called the station and asked if they were hiring. So they hired me, girl. They gave, oh my God, the job, girl. Honey. My job was an associate producer. They hired me as an associate producer.
Okay, so was you making money or was you just hired
Girl, honey.
freelancing?
Girl, I wasn't making money, but girl, an associate
Okay.
producer, bitch, was a telephone operator.
Okay.
They just give you a cute title.
Right.
And I learned about that later on in college. They say when you give a person a title, a good title, it makes them perform better. So instead of calling him a janitor, he's a sanitation worker. Or
Yeah.
he's a custodian.
Right,
So,
right.
So that title was cute with me because I told all my friends, girl, I'm an associate producer.
That in the movie industry, they always say, never get the title of associate producer because really you ain't shit. That's what they taught me in the
What you
movie
saying,
industry.
well,
So
see?
I always, when people offer me a producer spot, I always tell them I have to be the executive producer or just producer. And I'm not the executive producer that's putting up the funds. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's another
okay.
thing.
You on
Yeah.
the title, but not the fund.
Just the title, right?
Yeah. So they gave me that job, so I did that for a while and
Okay.
worked it, honey. And then I never forget, I went on vacation with my job, and girl, and came back and the station was gone. They didn't flip the script, girl. I mean, they didn't change the whole station, the whole format from hip hop to I think it was R&B.
Well, you wasn't getting paid anyway. So
I wasn't getting paid that much money,
It don't
so
matter. Okay.
yeah. So that was that, and then I did that for a while.
Right.
And then Russ eventually left.
Okay.
And then Steve Harvey came.
Okay.
So when Steve Harvey came, you know, I would go in the studio and talk to him and what have you. And the GM at the time, like, get out of here. He don't want to go out. And Steve told him to let me stay and talk to him. But nevertheless, I talked to Steve, and girl, Steve gave me a job. He hired me. I was doing the horoscopes on his show.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did the horoscopes with Steve and Shirley and the Angels at the time.
Right.
So I did that for a year and a half. Steve, he flew me to Beverly Hills to the Playboy Mansion for his birthday party. And
can you give me some tea on the Playboy Mansion party?
Oh,
like who was there that we?
It was I look back at the pictures. That's when Babyface was with Tracy, and just it was just so many different people there. Though. It was really nice at the time. So I did that for a little while. Now
okay, wait, we can't just skip past that. I mean, did you see anything go on in this Playboy Mansion?
I went to the grotto, but no.
Wasn't nothing in the grotto?
Child, no, honey. It was nothing, honey, but water.
Just just water at the Playboy Mansion?
It was really nothing, because, you know, it was a decent, wholesome party, so to speak.
What at the There's no such thing as a decent, wholesome party at the Playboy Mansion.
It was, and when I went in there, girl, honey, she was some shabby. I mean, that furniture was old, and I mean, it was a mess, Torrei.
Yeah, I've been to a few parties at the Playboy Mansion.
There was some old furniture, like in that, they had that pinball room and stuff, with all
right.
old leather furniture and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, I don't know if we saw the bunnies or not, if they were bunnying, but it was.
So the bunnies wasn't there?
No, it wasn't cute.
Was Hugh there?
Yeah, he was there.
He was okay. All right.
So, you know, so that was Dad. So I did that, and I worked for him for a while, and he was leaving.
Okay.
And then came Ricky.
Right.
So I was supposed to meet Ricky at the Playboy Mansion.
Okay.
But he didn't show up, so he came to the station the next day, and I was introduced to Ricky, and then so we just was introduced, and that was that. And then eventually Ricky came to Dallas and took over Steve's show, and so Ricky had known who I was. So one day the comptroller had called me and asked me, could I Ricky needs somebody to find him some furniture. So they said, well, Gary, would you go look for it? I said, well, yeah. So I went and looked for Ricky some furniture, cutting it all through it and whatever. I would look for Ricky some furniture, and I told him, I said, you need an assistant.
Yeah.
So he said, well, call my sister. So he told me to call his sister.
Okay.
So I called his sister and told her that, you know, he told me to call him, blah, blah, blah. So she asked me how much I charged. I didn't know how much to charge to be an assistant, girl. So I told her, and they agreed, and I became his assistant. So, you know, I worked as Ricky's assistant for 8 years.
Now, what was he paying you as an assistant?
Girl, $250.
$250 a week?
A week.
Okay.
Girl, that was pennies, damn it.
It was more than $20.
Well, it was more than 20, but shit,
at least you was getting paid $250 a week.
That was it. But the thing about it was, honey, I looked at the bigger picture, because eventually, because he knew I did radio when I was on with Steve. So eventually, I told him, you know, I wouldn't mind doing his show. So he said he agreed, but the program director did not like me. So he said no. So his manager at the time, JT, said, well, you know, they kind of lobbied for me. But nevertheless, I started doing the tea on Ricky's show. They let me do it 1 day a week.
Okay.
So you can't do tea in 1 damn day, girl. So I did it 1 day a week. Then people started liking it. I started doing it on 2 days a week, like Mondays and Wednesdays. Then Mondays and Wednesdays led to Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Right.
So I started doing it 3 days a week. 3 days a week led to every day during the week. Every day of the week led to 3 times a day, every day during the week. So that's how that became.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Since you was serving the tea for over 12 years, right? What's the wildest reaction you've gotten from a celebrity for spilling their business?
Oh, girl. And I can say it now because we didn't kind of got over that.
Okay.
I don't recall it, but T.I. said I had said something about his family.
Oh. Well, what did you say about
Girl, I don't know because I don't recall saying that. But nevertheless, we were in Beverly Hills at a premiere. And honey, and T.I. came in the room and he introduced himself to everybody. And then when he got to me, he said, I know who you are. And girl, I think he was kind of just fresh out the pen at that time too, and I was nervous as hell.
You was nervous? T.I.'s little. He's a little guy.
I don't give a damn, honey. So he was a hood figure. So honey, so he said, I need to talk to you. So he took me out on the patio, and he talked to me. I was nervous.
Okay, you was nervous from T.I.
Girl, you crazy?
Big.
I don't care how big he is. Hell, I can't fight. And hell, he was a guy from the hood.
What hood is T.I. from?
Well, whatever these hoods are in Dallas, Atlanta, I'm in here.
Okay, y'all know what's the hoods. Y'all know where T.I. from?
Bankhead.
So Bankhead is the hood?
Yes, ma'am, honey, not Buckhead, honey.
Bankhead. Okay.
There's a buck and a bank.
Okay, there's a buck and a bank, and he is not from the buck.
Yes, and honey, so I was nervous.
Okay.
So, girl, I was terrified. Girl, could you imagine?
I can't.
Me getting beat up?
Ain't nobody beating you up. Now, if he beat up a gay man, I got an issue with any straight man that's beating up a gay man.
The laws hadn't changed then. They didn't have the law that they got now.
Okay.
The laws was not what they are now, honey. So,
all right.
You know. So that was the only incident I've ever had.
So wait, what did he say in this conversation?
I don't remember verbatim.
How
He
you
told
don't
me.
remember? You remember everything, Gary.
He told me he had to talk to me, damn, and told me that I talked about his family and made my ass scared, honey. So I was like, girl.
Okay, so you've never said anything else about T.I.
Girl, I don't even talk about him today. No.
Okay.
But we run to, but he's very nice to me now. We talk and speak to each other and everything.
Okay.
So, you know, so it's really good now, but honey, get me popped.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want nobody coming after me either. I
Okay.
like T.I. I like T.I. and Tiny. So
okay.
I just, you know, I've never known Tip to be like that though.
No, but he just corrected me.
Okay, he just corrected you. Okay, got it. So now y'all cool.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody else has ever approached you or came up to you and been like, Gary?
No,
if
because
it's-
I don't do that. I don't cut
Right.
people.
Okay.
I love the girls that do, but I don't cut people. You know, like that. I just report the story.
You said
now,
you love
what's
the
her name? Because her people got me too. Gabrielle Union.
Oh, Gabrielle.
They made me, honey. She came to the radio station to do an interview. They told me I couldn't be in the room.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what did you say about Gabrielle?
I don't recall saying nothing about her. You know how y'all put down those
you
public.
know what? You act like you on the witness stand. I don't recall.
I really don't because Torrei, I don't say nothing bad, but you know how the publicists, they want the job
Yeah.
and they just came in the big bad wolves.
Okay.
Trying to make me, you know.
It's about your son, about her son, right?
Oh, it was about her.
Her son.
Wait.
Oh, Zaya?
Yeah.
No, hell no, honey. I wouldn't dare talk about Zaya. And that ain't her son, that's her daughter.
Gary. Well, actually,
Still
it's Siobhan's. You know.
Oh, yeah, that's-
it's Siobhan's.
Yeah, I wonder how Siobhan feel though.
You know,
Cause aren't y'all friends? Aren't y'all talking about?
no, I've never met Siobhan.
Oh, okay.
I've never met Siobhan. But you know, I would feel some type of way if I was Siobhan. I would feel upset. I wouldn't really like it. If
Yeah.
it, you know, if it was my son Hendrix and it was, you know, all that was going on, I definitely wouldn't like it. So I'm sure she has some issues with what's going on.
Yeah, but no, I was with Gabrielle. I don't think it was that, honey. But I noticed later. But I've been doing a lot of stories on her lately.
Okay, on
She's been in the
Zaya.
press a lot. No, she's been in the press. I think she's gonna leave Dwayne.
Oh, you think Gabby's gonna leave Dwayne?
Yeah.
Why do you think
Cause
that?
she's in the press every damn day with something going on. One day I'm doing a story on her that she's they talking about who makes the most money, which we know he makes more money than her.
Yeah.
One day, honey, I did a story. This is all in 1 week. She
Okay.
was talking about because you know him cheated. He cheated on her. He
Wait,
abandoned her.
Dwayne cheated?
Well, he had that damn break, baby, before they got.
Well, that was on a break, so I don't think
no,
that's
but that-
cheating.
Yeah, that's cheating, honey. No.
Well, if you're on a break, it's not really cheating.
Yeah, but no, but you should have waited until it was completely done. He
Okay.
cheated on her, and like she said, honey, she was hurt by that, and she said you don't just get over something overnight.
Right.
So you know, I mean, I feel bad for her, but I think she's gonna allegedly leave him because of the situation. I mean, not he had let the world know that he has cancer or had cancer.
Dwayne, where have I been? Listen, producers, y'all not getting. How does Gary have all this information? I don't have
Cause
none
I
of
do
this
the
information.
Tito, but you know, he had kidney cancer, girl.
I didn't know Dwayne had kidney cancer.
Yes. And he been talking about it. So my thing is this, I feel, since he's talking about that and putting that all out there now you're not the same person you used to be. So now she's talking, and I mean, that's, to me, it's like a sign like I'm fit to leave your ass.
Why? Because he got cancer?
Well, you ain't the same person you used to be.
Oh, so you mean he can't get hard no more?
Well, he could still get an erection because that don't have to do with his kidney, though. But then who knows?
Okay. Oh,
never
man.
know.
But I wouldn't leave. I mean,
What?
maybe she could just have sex with other people if he can't get an erection.
Well, if that's the damn case, then honey, they ain't gonna want to be together. He ain't gonna. Men don't operate like women. A woman could do that, but a man can't do that. A man will not let you go out and have somebody else, and honey, be sitting there, honey, undone. So.
If he can't get the job done, somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, but that means we just need to go. They need to divorce it because ain't nowhere in hell, man. Not a black man, unless but the new black man anyway. Because I mean, like the neos and all those people that's doing all this stuff. But
The
new-
Neos, you just said Neo. So what's going on with Neo? How do you feel about Neo and his 4 wives?
That's ridiculous. Cause my thing is this, but it's all about a
Okay,
check. It gotta
okay.
be a check, honey. Because my thing is, how long does your erection last till you serve? Here come on your turn. Here come. Can you do all that? I mean, can you do that with 4 different women?
I mean, yeah, if there's a Viagra involved, there's, drugs, I'm sure.
But can
There's
you
gotta
do a
be some
whole?
type
Can
of-
you do a whole act? That's the question.
You said, oh, you mean perform?
The whole act. Yeah,
He's
can you do-
doing that, though.
with 4 different people at one night?
I don't know because I've never done that. But I'm just saying, I definitely think he's doing it. So it has to.
I don't think he's doing it, Torrei.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think so though. I definitely feel like.
Well, girl, really, huh?
Okay.
Congratulations.
Everybody wants to know. I'd love to have Neo and his 4 women on here.
Yeah. Well, we had him on, and
okay.
and everybody's happy. So.
Well, because they're getting paid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a check. But my thing is, I think we asked the question: Can they go out and get somebody else?
Well, or is that somebody else going to give them what Neo's giving? Did he say how much money he's?
He doesn't have much money. But my thing is, though, can you go out? So, okay, now that's the thing with the man. The man can have all these young women. But now, I might want something different and new. So can I go out and give me a new piece and come on home?
Some men are okay with that.
Some men, but a lot of them not. Most of them not.
Some men are okay with that.
The average man, honey, because first of all, honey, men operate on size. So he's concerned if he got more than me.
Okay.
And that's how men operate, honey. So that ain't gonna happen.
Some men.
Well, some men, for the most part. So, but anyway, child.
Okay, so your co-host, out of all the co-hosts that you be working with, who would you say is your favorite and who is your least favorite?
Oh, who's my favorite?
Yeah.
Torrei, to be honest with you, I don't really have a favorite.
You don't have a favorite? Gary, you plead the fifth. You don't recall, and you don't have a favorite. Who's your favorite?
I don't have no damn favorite co-host. I mean, we all work together.
Who do you like the most?
Who do I like the most besides Ricky?
Besides Ricky. Besides who's cutting the check.
But no, who do I like the most? Girl, none of them.
You don't like nobody?
I mean, I like them, but I don't turn flips.
Okay.
But they're all good working with. I love working with all my coworkers.
You don't hang out with nobody? Because who's you don't hang out with? Who's on there now? It's you.
We have me, Ricky, Brad, Special K, Rock T, Alfreda's.
Jesse Woo's not on there no more?
Oh, they not. Oh, that was rated on Dish Nation. It's nothing but me, Head Crack, Tanner, and Brad.
Okay.
Oh, Jesse Woo been gone.
Oh, off of Dish Nation.
Her and Tamar.
Oh, why'd they get rid of Jesse Woo and Tamar?
They got bigger, better jobs.
Oh, they did?
Well, Jesse Woo was a influencer or whatever y'all call those things.
Yeah.
And she did all the other little shows and stuff. So these girls left, honey. So I'm just still around because I need my check. I gotta feed them children.
Okay, you got children. You got children?
Neiman, Marcus, Saks, Gucci. Yeah. That's my children. If I had kids, that would be my child support.
Okay, I was gonna say, Gary, I did not know you had no kids.
No, there was no insertion.
Okay, no insertion.
Nah.
And you're not having no kids? You said
I'm not doing like all these other queens adopting and all that stuff, girl. No.
Okay, so now would you say that you were born gay?
I don't say that. To be honest with you, Torrei, I don't even say I'm gay.
Well, what would you
I'm
say
not gay or straight.
Okay.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
You're confused?
I'm confused.
Why are you confused?
Because I'm just confused. I mean, because I'm just.
Do you have sex?
Not right now. I'm not doing. I'm saving myself for Jesus. Because Torrei, it's hard to find somebody.
Okay.
It is just hard. But I have people that I hire people to do certain things.
Like sexually or?
Well, I have a nipple tweaker.
You have a nipple tweaker.
Mm-hmm.
You hire people to.
Yeah.
Your nipple.
Yes.
Why do you can do that yourself?
No, because it's not the same feeling.
Okay.
Torrei.
So you just be like in the mood, just laying in the bed, and it's just like, okay, I'm in the mood to get my nipples tweaked.
Yes.
So you have one on speed dial.
Yes.
Okay, and then after he or she, because I don't want to assume it's a he, but
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's a he.
It is.
Okay. After he tweaks your nipples, then what?
You have a release, then you go home.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it keeps you from getting, anything. That means if I didn't have something to do, I would settle for the first thing that come my way.
Mm-hmm.
So to prevent me from settling with the first thing that come my way,
Okay.
you just have that. You just get your stuff done,
Right.
and
Okay. All right.
yeah, Torrei, get with it.
I don't have a professional nipple tweaker. I don't need that.
So you have a plunger.
A plunger?
Yeah.
What am I doing with a plunger?
So you never got to come fuck you.
Oh, I don't call him a plunger.
Oh, you know what we do.
Well, he's not gonna put.
He unstocks the drain. He unclogs the drain.
Okay, so you have a tweaker and you have a plunger.
I don't have a plunger. I just have a tweaker.
Okay, so you just have a tweaker. Okay, a plunger, a professional plunger is.
Women, y'all have a plunger. So what y'all call him?
My man.
Oh, your man?
Yeah.
Oh, really? But shit, anybody can have a man.
I mean, yeah, but if I have a man, it's because he's doing a job. You know.
Well, he's doing a job of being your man.
Yeah. Doing what I need him to
Oh,
do.
Torrei. You're not being
Yeah.
brutal.
I'm damn sure ain't gonna call him no plunger.
Girl, honey, when you get tired of that bastard, honey, say, listen, you plunger, get your ass on. I'm finna get me a snake now.
Oh my God. Okay, you're definitely
Brutally honest.
Listen, you're definitely gay. You're no longer confused. You are definitely gay.
Torrei.
Because straight women, we don't talk like that.
Well, I'm not a straight woman.
I know. Well, I'm saying a gay man ain't talking like that either.
Well,
I mean, a straight man ain't talking like that
Well, you
either.
just don't talk around y'all.
Ain't no gay man, straight man. Any of the straight men on this set, have y'all ever said plunger?
Nah.
What they say?
Have y'all? Okay, no, they don't say that.
What?
They say pounding or
Oh, really?
yeah, they pound the pussy or something like
Oh,
that,
my.
right?
But you gotta remember the
Yeah.
queens, we always have a.
We say the
You said plumber?
We laid a pipe. Yeah, we laid
Okay, yeah, lay the pipe. Yeah, lay the pipe, but
Same
not.
damn different semantics. Potato.
It's not the same thing. I don't want nobody talking about they have a plunger that's ready to go.
I don't want nobody talking about they pounding me like I'm some goddamn cake. No.
I mean, at least it's sweet. Shit.
It depends on who baked it.
Well, if you baked it, it's definitely gonna be sweet.
Nah. Yes, ma'am, she gonna be upside down.
She gonna be upside down. Okay. Have you ever had sex with a woman before?
Let me tell you something. Believe it or not, though, Torrei, when I was younger, 'cause I didn't know no better.
Okay.
But yeah, I did. No, cause I went to a predominantly white school, and that's all they used to talk
Oh,
about.
so you fucked a white woman?
No, hell no.
Oh, I was gonna say because they don't be knowing when
No,
gay men are
I did.
gay.
No, it was black, but it was so funny though. 'Cause
Okay.
I didn't know because I used to call her. I didn't know because at the time, I was young. I didn't know it was
Right.
clitoris. I used to call it a raisin.
Yeah.
I thought it was a raisin.
You thought what was a raisin?
The clitoris.
The clitoris. You thought it was a raisin?
Yeah, I used to say it was a raisin.
Oh, okay.
But but I did it. But it was okay. But
So you didn't like it?
well, it was okay. But I just didn't. I got touched,
Okay.
and that's what changed everything.
You got touched by a man?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Okay. So maybe you're not gay. Maybe you were, just what is that noise?
Oh my God! Sound like somebody coming through the roof. Oh my.
Is that?
Coffee.
Oh, it's coffee. Who put the coffee
Okay.
machine on?
Some of your people, Lord,
Okay.
messing up our conversation.
Right. Okay. Let's shift gears a little
Shift
bit.
gears.
Okay. If you could spill the tea on any celebrity without consequences, who would it be and why?
Diana Ross.
Oh, Diana Ross.
I love Diana Ross,
Okay.
but I wouldn't say.
Do you
that-
have the tea on Diana Ross?
Well, I mean, it's not so much that because I didn't know until late on in life though that Berry Gordy was married.
Oh, and they was dating,
and Miss
right?
Ross dated him. That's and Rhonda happened to come from that marriage, from that relationship.
Okay.
And I love Miss Ross. I would never say a disparaging name about her or nothing like that because
Right.
she's such a grand girl.
Yeah.
And all the queens love Diana Ross.
Well, she is. I mean,
She's that girl.
She is that girl.
Yeah, so honey,
But
make no error.
Yeah.
So, but I wouldn't want the consequences because I still want to do an interview with her,
Okay.
and everybody knows how much I love Diana Ross. Matter of fact, for my birthday edition, they gave me a whole big cutout of Diana Ross.
Mm-hmm. So I'm surprised she hasn't been on Dish Nation.
I know. I'm surprised too.
Okay,
She's
we-
gonna come one day. She just recently had a birthday too.
Well, she got to hurry up because time is ticking for her to come on the show.
Don't say that, Trace. Oh well, yeah.
Time is ticking. It's ticking right now. I mean, I'm not, lying.
You gotta pray.
Okay, so finish this sentence, Gary. The tea is hottest when.
It's just good and messy.
Okay.
Because I know how to make a story. I know how to take a story and make it just really, just make it sensationalized, without, like I said, without cutting somebody, and not me being chased after or being haunted. So I mean, it's really hot. I love a good story. A good hot story. Just to.
What would you say is like one of your hottest stories that you've served up?
What? Dwight Howard, and I like Dwight.
Oh, they got mad at me. Really? I did a joke on Dwight Howard.
Oh Lord.
And
the Queens got mad, or just the people?
Well, his people DM'd me and was like, please take that video down. Because I did a video about him lying, and just about.
But you know what pisses me off though about
Right.
a situation like that? Though? I'm just, I hate it with the Queens. If you slept with this damn man, why are you telling?
Well, because he probably stopped paying.
That's probably. But bitch, back in the day, honey, I never forget, honey, the
Right.
in quotation mark, when
Okay.
people used to talk about poor Eddie Murphy when they used to say stuff about him.
That wasn't true though.
No, that wasn't true about that queen that they found dead on that fire ledge, honey, when she was about to do her book.
I don't think Eddie.
No, I don't think he messed with transgenders neither, but that's what they were trying to say. And I just thought, it was just, I don't know.
Do you know any down low men?
If I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Okay, no. So you do know me.
Because I'm from a school. Let me tell you something. No, there's a thing called a school.
Yeah.
See, the new queens, the young girls today, they'll tell it because they want their 15 minutes of fame.
Right.
See, back in my day, honey, if you talked on the man, they found your ass on the fire ledge.
Well, that's just like all the mistresses now that are coming out and telling,
Telling all that,
like
what
telling
is that
all
about?
these new hoes, they don't even know how
Ain't
to
that
do
some
their
shit?
job.
Bitch,
It's like,
shut
get your
up.
money and shut up.
Get your money and shut up.
Right.
Just shut up, girl.
Right.
Because eventually he going to come back around. Just shut up and
Right.
wait till your turn come back and get your damn check.
But everybody want to be famous.
Everybody want, that's what I just said. Everybody.
And they don't want to work for it.
No, Andy Warhol said everybody was going to have be a star for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And these girls, I'm like, girl.
Yeah. But that's not even being a star. That's
Exactly.
just, that's being a snitch.
So just shut up.
Yeah.
It's not that serious.
Right. Because they don't even get paid for it.
No.
No money's being made, so it's stupid.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we just got to pray though, Torrei.
I ain't praying for them. I don't
okay.
care.
Oh, Lord.
That's on them. I say my prayers for people who really need it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Lord.
All right. So you've also been open about surviving cancer.
Yes, Torrei.
Okay.
Yeah, I experienced colon cancer. Mm-hmm. About what? 7 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago. Mm-hmm. And believe it or not, Torrei, it didn't bother me.
Okay. So did that affect anything about how you spilled the tea? Do you feel
Hell
like
no.
it changed your perspective?
No,
It
nothing.
No.
And let me tell you something,
Okay.
girl, I went to work every day.
Every day while
Every
did you go through chemo?
Yes, ma'am. I went to work every day. Every day I got off of work, honey, I went for radiation. Every day I went had my radiation, and I would ask the doctor, "Who you cooking today?" Because that damn radiation cooks you.
Right.
It cooks you. And after that, I did that, and I wore the chemo. I wore a chemo fanny pack for like a week.
Okay.
I every day.
Yeah.
And the only thing that what changed about me was it taught me how to watch TV in the bed. I never watched TV in the bed. My mama didn't let us watch TV in the bed.
Right. So you had to.
Yes, I had to, and that was a
Okay.
good thing. So now I watch TV in the bed, so it was a good thing. But honey, I prayed on it. I did not let it affect me, honey.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I went to the mall and stuff. Like I didn't go every day like I normally do,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just, and I thank God. And I have I have a couple of friends that have died. I have one of the classmates just died. His funeral was last week from colon cancer. I said, I just thank God that I
You
caught
survived
it, and
right,
survived
right.
it and stuff. So
How did you know you had it?
I went to the doctor and I had an exam, and the doctor checked me and stuff and whatever. And so, because sometimes I often wonder, like, did I really have colon cancer? Because I didn't go through. I mean, I didn't have no
Symptoms.
or nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
So do you think they maybe just was? I mean, you had to have it. If you
Yeah,
have
I
to-
guess so. But it's just funny though, because I mean, from what you hear, I mean, my hair, I didn't even lose. Well, I lost just a little bit of hair at the end, but I mean,
Right.
now my hair, it grows thicker.
Well, that's what happens when
Really?
they say when you shave it off, it grows back thicker.
It is thicker now.
Right, and you look great.
Yeah,
so,
well, thank you. So it's just, so that's the thing I think that kind of cut me too. That's one of the reasons why I don't, I don't have time for a relationship. I mean, I would like to have a companionship, but not, not something, because I don't have time for that shit.
Yeah, you too busy spilling tea.
Yeah, and honey, and keeping the malls hot. So that's
Okay.
that.
All right. So real quick, right? Before we get out of here, real quick. This is a segment called Holy or Hell Nah.
Okay.
Okay, so you just have to you know what holy means, or you know what hell nah means.
Yes.
All right, so this is gonna be real quick, okay? All right, spilling tea on close friends, holy or hell nah?
Hell no.
Hell nah? What if it's real good?
Girl, you know how much shit I know about some people, honey? No, ma'am.
Okay, all right. I just want to see if you were loyal.
Oh, yeah, no,
Okay,
baby.
so you're loyal.
It ain't that damn serious.
All right. Holding back juicy gossip out of respect, holy or hell nah?
Honey, holy.
Holy?
I can't sit there. Let me tell you something, girl. I'm not going to sit here, honey, and do that. I mean, it's just, no. And I just can't do it. But you know what? No, I just cannot.
So you cannot be like a Tasha K.
Hell no.
Okay, yeah, that's a hell nah, because she don't give a shit.
No, but let me tell you something, and I'm going to be honest, and I mean, people going to watch this. Because
Right.
think about this, though, too, Torrei. I think when you're under somebody else's umbrella, your ass got to govern yourself accordingly.
Yeah, got you.
So, now, if it's my shit,
You
girl, you know, hey,
okay.
it's a different story.
All right, so we'll talk about that on your shit. Okay. Now, celebrities clapping back at gossip blogs, holy or hell nah?
Hell no.
Okay.
If it's out there, girl, we know about it. Somebody told it.
Right.
So it's out there.
But what if it's lies? Because, you know, a lot of people be saying that these blogs be posting lies. That's why Tasha Gay got sued.
Yeah.
I don't know who else got sued. I did know Cardi B sued her. So
Yeah, she did. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, well, if you clap back and say it's not the truth, okay, girl, we're going to go with it. That's why, you know, I think in some instances, we use the clutch words.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, alleged.
And
right.
rumored.
Right.
And, you know, whatever. So, yeah, so if you
Yeah.
put that, you know, with it, then okay, then, well, okay, you said it with you. Okay, well, I'm sorry.
Okay. And then you have to retract it. How do you feel about having to retract statements and
I mean, it's not bad.
okay.
You know, you just, because it's entertainment, Torrei, for the most part.
Right.
You know, it's basically entertainment. So, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with, you know, retract. And, you know, like some people are like, we just doing this interview. Bitch, take that out. I didn't say that. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
if it's something that I didn't say or whatever. But if you sat there and said it, honey, you need to make sure you know what you're saying. before you say
Exactly.
it.
Okay. I like that. Most people, though, I interviewed a few people who they're like, please don't air this interview. So,
Yeah. Well,
but we're still airing it.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, shit.
it is what it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. Make sure you have to put insert a word said suck dick in there somewhere.
I mean, you definitely didn't say suck dick.
I did.
You did say you get your nipples tweaked, though.
Yeah.
All right. Now, reflecting on your career, what advice would you give to someone wanting to break into entertainment reporting?
Oh, honey, let me tell you something. My thing is this, honey. First of all, just be your damn self, number one. You got to be yourself, honey, and don't try to be like Oprah said. Oprah said, honey, I cannot be Torrei because
Right.
Torrei's already taken.
That part.
So I can't be you.
Yeah.
And just be, my thing is just be yourself, honey, and, you know, hone your craft,
Right.
learn it and stuff like that, and just, you know, do your homework. You know, cause I try to look around now, and I don't hardly see any alternative males hardly and black doing the celebrity gossip and stuff like that. Because I mean, I know
Carlos King.
Oh, Miss Carlos King. Well, she owned her shit or whatever. She doing stuff, and that's another thing too. You know, one thing I learned too about this business.
And Andy from Bravo.
Yeah, I'm talking about black girls.
Oh, you try- okay,
That's
black
a
girls.
little low level like me, honey.
Okay.
These girls got big coins, honey, and
Yeah.
running
Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
But just, you know, do your thing though. But one thing I've learned too about this business too, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, honey, I don't know if y'all do with females, but another queen bitch, she ain't giving another girl no job. Cause she gonna make sure bitch she's the only girl in that position, honey. And you know, so that's how I know why a lot of girls. And I don't know how they do that with you black girls, honey. If y'all, honey, help one another out or whatever. But I do know, honey, in the gay community, honey. Cause if that was the case, you'll see more black professional guys doing.
Okay. So they're not reaching back in the gay
No.
community? No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You know, I don't think so. You know, and there's certain people that have big money and doing big things, and they don't even hire gays in their stuff. You know, if you check the stuff out.
All right. Well, when it's all said and done, what do you want people to remember you for?
Remember me like a sunny day that you once had along the way. Remember
Okay.
me like a big balloon what's the best of it? Remember me like a big balloon that's gone too slow. I don't know.
A big balloon? I'm like, did you just
No,
think
that
about
Diana
this
Ross.
different-
That's
okay.
Diana Ross and her song "Remember Me."
Okay, I don't know that one.
Yeah, I do. But
Okay.
anyway, yeah. So just remember me. You know, I'm just a nice person. I'm honest. You know, person, and I like to think I'm respectful, and I like to help people. You know,
Right.
You know, you show me, honey. Show your hand, I'll show mine.
Right, right.
And if I can help you, honey, I will. And not upon that, though, too, my thing is, and if I help you and you spit on me on the way out the door, honey, I did my part.
You did your part, right. That's on them. They'll get their karma.
That's right. So
Okay.
that's that.
All right, well, Gary, I want to thank you for being on Brutally Honest with me today.
I hope I was brutally honest enough.
You was brutally honest. I mean, you said how you felt about a few people. So, definitely brutally honest. Now, do me a favor and tell the people where they can find you and how they can keep up with you and what else you got going on and what they should be looking out for.
Yeah, you can find me at GaryWDTEA.com and you can go to my podcast, Gary's Gossip, and the other one is Dare I Said It, THEREI Said It, and I'll be doing the Tom Joyner. Are you doing the Tom Joyner cruise this year?
I might.
I'll be doing
my producer gave me the heads up, so I am doing the Tom Joyner morning.
I'll be doing the tea party on the Tom Joyner cruise, and you could watch
doing
me.
a tea party?
Yeah.
Okay.
And and matter of fact, so I don't know when this is gonna air or whatever, but I'll be doing a tea party in Birmingham on April the 10th, and then there's gonna be going from there.
Okay.
And you could also follow me home.
Okay, follow him home, stalkers. That's all the stalkers. And the nipple tweakers out there.
Yeah, I had two, but one of them is better than the other one.
Okay. Well, he's looking for another one, okay? So put in your applications with Gary with the T.
Wanted, young man single and free. Experience and love preferred, but will accept a young trainee.
Oh, you heard it. Okay, DM him. All right, thank you for being here today,
Torrei,
Gary.
thank you for having me, honey. You're looking
course.
fabulous. Girl,
Thank
you're
you.
100. How do you say you're aging backwards, girl?
I am aging back, because I'm stress-free.
I was just saying you must be in love.
Yeah, but I'm stress-free. I'm not putting it on nobody but me. I'm
That's true.
stress-free. I'm working out. I'm taking care of myself. I'm doing things a lot different than I was before.
And that's
Because when
what
we
we have
first
to
met,
do.
I was fresh off my divorce.
Yeah.
And, I was a little emotional. I was big emotional, not a little emotional. And I just was not in a great space.
Well, I'm glad you're doing well. You look good. I
Yeah.
love the hair, everything,
Thank
honey.
you.
All right, Miss Torrei, honey. Good. She's going to be around for a good while, baby.
Y'all heard it from Gary with the T,
Yes,
and
honey.
he's around nothing but celebrities.
Yes,
So,
honey. So, honey. So
say that again. Say
congratulations.
that again.
She's gonna be around for a good while, honey, Miss Torrei. I mean, cause I'm looking at you though, and like I saw you the other night, honey.
Yeah.
And I love the hair, everything. You're just looking nice.
Thank you.
You're keeping up yourself, honey.
I am.
That's that Hollywood looking at good money.
Listen, I woke up this morning, worked out, did everything I was supposed to do. So
Torrei, you ever thought about having any more kids?
no.
2 is enough.
Yeah, it's freaking unless God wants me to.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to get married again?
Maybe.
Honey, well, it's gonna be a big pocket to fill.
Yeah.
That's all right. Jesus knows.
Jesus does know.
He knows, honey. Put it
Okay.
out. So, honey, we're gonna both be out there together.
Yeah.
You gonna get them, and I'm just look. When you get through it, Torrei, just tweak my nipples.
Just tweak his nipples. All right, y'all. See y'all soon. Peace.
Girl, you knew that. Girl, you knew that. Girl, you knew that. Girl, you better read his gangster lean. Pay attention to everything. Walk around town like he the shit, but behind closed doors he be...